Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of
The Boys.
Alright, Chance, give me an intro.
I'm done with intro.
Why all of a sudden?
I can't.
Yeah?
My creativity's all done.
All done?
It's all gone.
Today or just in general?
Just in general, yeah.
What happened to your creativity?
I can't think of anything.
I can think of one if it gave me if it gave me a day. I didn't realize. I thought you'd have something, but you didn't.
Hey, welcome back.
What's up, guys? We're in the Vietnam jungle. We're fighting a war here. We don't want to fight. We're going to lose. We know we're going to lose. It's been 44 days out in the fucking Viet Cong. We're getting ambushed every fucking second. Oh my god, we're going to die. Light me up a cigarette. Let's go. Let's ride to hell.
That was a run-on sentence. I'm proud of you.
I'm also proud of you, Ryan.
Okay. I never do these, but okay.
No, it was a good effort.
Let's go!
I mean, comparatively to like the last D&D with the boys, where you and Caleb tried doing that, and then Chance yelled at you about it. That was his shtick.
Yeah.
Got restraint now.
Do you?
You're saying
I'm
something.
good for right now. Can I turn the TV off?
Just trying.
Alright.
We're all full of food, so
Yeah, whatever. Just
We're all sluggish. We just ate.
I'm chill.
Welcome to the Glutton Cast.
Glutton cast.
Yeah.
I'm Derrick.
I'm Ryan.
Hey, I'm that guy.
I'm Xavier.
We're in the sweatshop now, folks. Get ready.
Wow, you guys are really out of energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have energy. I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's real. How are you guys planning on recording a game after this? You guys are like, ugh.
That's fun.
No, they have to wait for it to digest.
Because there's at least a
Then
visual.
they'll
There's at
be
least a
fine.
Give
visual
you some
element.
time.
Well, once it digests, then they'll get the energy.
Yeah.
The ATP.
Won't be-
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
From those beans and rice.
Ryan, I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I'd swing it by you. I mean, you are the experts in this type
You
of
just
field.
pointed at me.
I did.
Okay.
Tell the audience.
Huh?
When you do next time, you gotta tell the audience who we're talking to.
Well, you. There's
Caleb's not
only
here, by the way.
4 of us here.
Yeah.
So
Caleb's watching
when
wrestling.
when I'm speaking and I say you, and also you,
Yeah, so you.
I figured context is not necessarily needed when I point out the entire group.
Moving on.
You're right.
I understand.
See, when I explain things like that too, you complain about it. But when somebody else does it, it's okay.
Oh, it's because you guys are together,
Huh?
and there's more free reign,
Okay.
and you also fight back. I just explained in a calm manner.
I'll explain it too, but then he'll be like, no.
Nope.
So explain to me what is so good about Bionicle.
Oh shit.
Because I want, because out of everybody in this group, like me and Chance have a bunch of shit to go on, me and Derrick have a bunch of shit to go on, me and Caleb have a bunch to go on, but you and I only have SMT. I'm trying other things.
I mean,
It's,
I was into that too at one point when I was a kid. I'm still into it if I had some more.
I want to sum it up with you had to be there.
But I was there. I was just broke and couldn't afford that.
I barely was, but now we got money.
I can see.
A little bit.
Honestly, it's like
I can explain it.
For me,
my side of it.
You can go ahead and explain it.
I got them
maybe
because I thought they looked cool. And they were cool toys that I could build and play with and possibly make my own little custom guys.
It's
and
more,
that was
it's more or less my too.
Yeah, I mean, like I think my cousin had the very first line, one of the blue one from the very first line, Gali Mata, and I loved the little gear thing that they could do with their arms. I was like fucking 4 or 5, and I was like, oh, I want these, and I knew about what Legos were, obviously, because I was a kid. We had Legos in the house, and then. Like, I never correlated Lego and Bionicle as being part of the same thing, but
the logo is on the same. There's logos of
yeah,
all
the
there,
logo.
yeah.
No, I know, but like as a kid, I always thought like.
Was the same
Bionicle
kid?
seemed a lot more dark.
Well,
and
you
cooler.
can't use.
Yeah,
you usually can't use every you can't
You can't use Legos with Bionicle.
You can, but
You can.
it's
You absolutely
harder.
can.
Some pieces,
really?
yes.
It's not
some
obvious
pieces,
where
no.
things would work.
It's so much easier now than it was because
Yeah.
Lego pieces, they come with little ball joints. Some of them come with ball joints. They don't fit those, but you can find some way to
More or
fit
less,
them
they
up.
do work, but it's not super obvious to at least a kid,
Right.
like I was. So I always thought of them as completely different things. But then I think I got a few of the first ones as like when I was really little, like not really little, but a kid, and then I realized there was a story,
Right.
and there was, lore to be had, and I went ahead and a couple of my friends, when I was in, I'd say 3rd, 4th grade, also were into it, and it kind of just grew from there. And when you're a little kid and you see commercials for toys, even as a kid, I was like, this is stupid, most of the stuff. I'd be like, this is stupid. $19.99 plus shipping and handling? Fuck that. My mom's not buying that for me. But when you see a $9 canister...
Yes, you were thinking that when you were a young child.
No, well, not really, but... I'll say this.
Ruin his fucking story.
When you
Chance.
see a
Shut the
not-
fuck
Too
up.
much work.
When
at
you
the
see
time
a
for one
$9
to
canister
handle.
of build your own warrior that you saw what they could do on the TV,
Right.
and then you can make your own if you wanted to with the same pieces, it's like, holy shit, this is cool.
Right. I'm with you on that.
And they're like half mechanical, half bio.
They were mostly...
They don't really explain the exact how
Bio.
it works, but
they were mostly...
mechanical,
no, not at all.
biological,
Biological, yeah.
Biomechanical?
They were-
bionicle.
it was biological chronicle.
Yeah,
What does chronicle mean in this case?
the story.
Like story. Because the story's...
Oh, that's what you're talking
Humongous.
about here? That's what that name
It's
comes
like,
from?
maybe it's just my not so hard fascination in terms of mechas. And
I have
shit like
no.
that.
Yeah, I have
Well,
no
but that kind of that's what I'm trying to ask. I
That's
see
partly
them,
why I was into it when I was a younger kid.
I recognize them for what they are, but it's not clicking.
A lot of it is nostalgia.
Is it?
Yeah, it
A
absolutely
lot of
is.
it is like seeing the old ads from 2001 and stuff is like, it's the most. It's one of the chance you know what I'm talking about. Derrick might when Gali Mata is hooking onto that cliffside.
Well, I don't remember the Mata or the Nuva commercials at all.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I
The
think
picture of Gali on the
yeah.
cliffside on her box
Yeah,
art
yeah.
or a canister art. That is one of the top 3 most nostalgic things ever in my life. Just seeing that, it's just like, ugh.
Okay.
It's a lot of it is definitely nostalgia.
Yeah.
I was in Cub Scouts when I was younger, and Cub Scouts magazine came free to us, and it also came with an optional Lego magazine subscription. And so I learned about Bionicles from that, and I would read some of the comics, and I'd be like, Dad, I want this one. I'd point to it, and maybe in a few weeks, once we had enough money, I'd be able to get it.
It's kind of a Power Rangers thing because you got the team of whatever in them. They're all different colors.
Elements, yeah.
So it's kind of like I have no connection to Power Rangers really, a little bit, but not really. I think that's what I have, which is comparable to your thing about Bionicle, is that you know about it, but you never had a big connection to it. But it's it's a similar kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
I always loved Power Rangers as a kid, but I was always pissed off because the toys were so expensive. And now that I'm an adult, I've bought a bunch of fucking toys.
And I assume that if I ask Chance or something about what made Power Rangers so great, he might say a lot of it is nostalgia as well.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
So
Yeah. No,
or
okay,
anyone
that's
about.
fair. That's
So
fair.
and the fact that Bionicle's story, when you learn about it, it's really
Actually pretty deep.
confusing, but at least for a kid, and
confusing for an adult
Yeah.
as well.
It's-
'cause I'm
it's-
trying
I don't
to-
even know all of it, and
It's about as convoluted and stupid as Kingdom Hearts.
but that makes you want to learn more.
It absolutely is.
I don't know what he's talking about, but
But,
I don't know. I literally don't know.
And the thing is, I can just all I can say to you is yes. That's all I can say, because there will be people out there that especially being in the community, this makes 110% all of the sense. I don't know what you're talking about.
also the fact
A
that
good 70% of Kingdom Hearts makes sense, but the 30% is a big. There's a hell of a lot of what is this?
We're not going to get into that. I'm going to let him finish.
before the movie came out in 2003, there was a lot of
Was it 2003?
yeah.
That was 2002.
No. There was a lot of mystery about what even was this Bionicle crap in the first place, because nothing spoke really, like nothing. They didn't have the personalities like they do in the movie where they're like whoa and stuff.
Because it's all based off of the commercial.
Yeah,
videos.
and they were all silent and almost no music. It was just like. And they're walking around and it's kind of creepy and atmospheric as hell. And you get like
I saw those.
And these canisters wash up on the beach, and that's all you know of the story. These warriors pop out of them.
It was
and then you learn that there are already people living on the island that are like these little guys, and they're like a prophecy or some shit. You know, basic story.
It was, as the kids call it, Kino.
A little bit Kino for 2001.
What the fuck does that?
I don't know what that means.
I must be old.
It means cinema in German.
Yeah. It just means it's very cinematic.
Are people actually saying that?
Kino, yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is saying that so I can go hit him?
Lots of people.
Me?
Hit him right now.
Just say cinematic.
Online people?
Dramatic.
Fucking...
I know, right?
Oh man, I hit that age. Fuck
That's
kids, man.
Did you get that old man?
I hit fuck kids when I was working at McDonald's.
That's fair.
That's when I hit
I thought
No chance.
I thought it was
no
a
chance. Stop. Continue, please.
But like,
I'm sorry.
and the fact that Bionicle's story was stretched out between many different mediums made it so like a classic like tie the string around and like on the wall and you got the papers and the
Oh, it's a Charlie Day meme, yeah.
yeah like because you'd get like a special set would have a DVD in it that you'd have to pop into your like Windows 95 shit or whatever.
No, those DVDs came in like cereal boxes and shit.
Well, yeah, and stuff like that.
Regardless.
And then like you had the online serial comics, and you had the real comic books, and then you had like the commercials which had their own story.
Just play the toys and watch the movies I can get my hands on.
And yeah, so like everything combined for at least for me as a kid, I was like, I want everything. I need to know.
That's been published that's like story wise is, as far as we know, like canon.
Okay, so how would you? Okay, so I have a couple of questions in terms of Bionicle. I think I may have asked you this before.
I don't know if I'm answering these perfectly either.
That's fine.
You do
to
fine.
the best of your ability with guest. It's not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's X wants some information to try and find an attachment. Otherwise, we got to find something new to talk about, and that's a whole big issue.
I'll get into DMC and Resident Evil. Just you know.
Wait, what?
Give it time.
You're not ready for that life.
We'll see. I need to get into something to get into his mind.
You're
But you won't get into Kamen Rider for me?
Kamen Rider is a big fucking commitment.
If you really want me to, I will.
No, I already tried and you didn't like it.
It's the same.
Okay.
I'm trying with Bionicle. It's not.
I've watched a few episodes of O's. I enjoyed it.
You watched like 2 episodes.
Well, a lot of it is just you didn't have it as a kid, so you're not gonna.
But I did.
And I enjoyed it.
The thing is, like, I just
that's
wasn't
fine.
there.
That's good enough.
I enjoyed it.
It's more than most people.
You're not gonna be privy to play with toys, I assume, from things that you didn't care that much about.
I assume you don't really like collect or buy a bunch of shit.
Because it's a lot of money that I don't have, and I already have an issue with that. In terms of the whole toy and shit, it's like I did have toys when I was younger, obviously as a child, and I would use those as the medium for telling stories because of anime. Fuck.
You watch anime as a kid too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't at all.
Like Zoids and fucking everything.
I'll get into that. I'll get my anime experience later. It's something. It's a story worth telling, I think.
Okay.
I can't deal with Inuyasha anymore.
Why not?
Because my roommate's really in love with Inuyasha.
Okay.
And like straight up, you bring up anything, and it's like, Kagome was my first girlfriend. I'm not having that conversation with him again. But no, it's like it's not that serious. I'm just fucking around. In terms of,
Feeling better now.
in terms of like stories, like using the toys was like my medium of telling a story, this, that, and the third. Because there's nothing like
Would you use the toys as like a representative for
exactly.
a different
So
character?
it's like there's nothing as interesting as watching my fucking Mega Man Battle Network Mega Man talk to the Proto Man, who's the evil guy, but also have to go fight the fucking Transformers and somehow magically use the Mystic Fork Megazord.
Right.
Sure.
It's like basically your own Smash Bros.
Yeah, it's a universe.
No, yeah, I get that. And Bionicle to me was that, but I could make my own characters.
That's fair.
And it's the fact that it's so the setup of Bionicle and the overall like quick scan, the quick look at it is real easy to understand. It's you got your 6 guys, they're all colors, and the colors represent elements. You got fire, air, water, ice, and stone and earth.
So
they're
when does
different things.
When does the Fire Nation attack?
That's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
They're already here.
They're all the heroes fighting against Makuta, which is the evil guy. And for a long time...
BBEG.
The big bad evil guy. Before we knew what Makuta looked like from the movie and the set that came out with him after, like, around the movie, we just thought he was a force. Like, he was just portrayed as, like...
That would seem better.
It kind of was.
He had a little representative Matoran.
But that was just like him being possessing a Matoran body.
Technically him. He wasn't possessing a body. It was just like, hey, I'm going to will this thing to existence.
Well, that was an online serial that no one really...
And it's canon.
An Avatar.
Yeah.
So, the first enemies of the 2001 were... Or was it... No, it was 2001.
White blood cells.
Where... we might get to that if we go long enough. Were animals. And it was Makuta's evil possessing animals.
Because the Makuta were a race of people that were charged with creating like animals to populate the area.
Okay.
Like they had the power to create things.
Yeah. They were basically God. A god.
Okay.
And there's also a good god called
God-like-ish.
Mata Nui, which created the universe and everything, and Makuta. And then... Or that was his brother. Makuta was his brother, right?
No.
No?
He created Makuta.
You created Makuta? Okay. Basically, God created Lucifer.
I just played the toys. I didn't know about all the story.
The story is...
And they named the island after Mata Nui as well. The Great Spirit Mata Nui. So the first enemies was just animals. They're called Rahi.
Big ass crabs, bulls.
Dragonflies. Still have that one over there. And you're like, okay, kind of a weak enemy, just animals. And then the second year, they were the Borok, which were the little ball guys. There's one.
The droids.
The roller guys.
Yeah, they do the.
Yeah. Okay.
And those were actually like made to stop evil shit, but they got like corrupted, and then they turned on the Toa, which are the good guys. The Toa.
Yeah.
So is there like a explanation on, because there's obviously no humans in this universe.
Nope.
Right? So whatever a higher spirit that is Matanui created the world, created the elements, created the little short dudes.
The Matoran.
Matoran. And then also created the Toa.
Yeah.
And the Toa just pooped into existence. There's nothing that specifically made the Toa.
There is, but that's not a well-known piece of lore. We know what created these Toa and how they got to the island, but that's like way down the line that was revealed.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not looking for the whole fucking timeline.
Yeah.
The story's a bit convoluted.
Right, in terms of the thing that I know, which is like the first set of dudes, and that's very, like, obscurely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the fuck made the Toa. What exactly is their purpose besides just protecting their specific fucking...
They're basically warriors for Matanui.
Here's the whole deep down dirty.
Okay, we'll just say it.
Yeah.
And shtick of this.
That's all.
This whole series came about because the creator Greg Farshty was like,
Oh man.
If I swallow this pill, what if there was like a little warrior inside to fight germs? And the pill equals the canister.
For the Bionicles,
Looking at a map of all the islands, it starts to look a little. The islands start to look a little humanoid. There's a
Matanui, the island of Matanui, looks like it would be like a head of something, and then it's like got
arms,
shoulders, and arms,
legs,
and a torso, and legs.
And it's later revealed that Matanui is actually these islands, is actually this giant robot, and they had that in mind since the very earliest.
And they were going to reveal it in like 2002 or 3, but everything got extended.
Yeah.
And like, we need to make 10 more years of this shit before we.
The Toa are like pills. The Matoran are the red blood cells, and the Borok are like the white blood cells sent to exterminate bad stuff. That's the whole deep down shtick.
And Makuta is a disease.
Okay.
Basically.
Biological chronicle.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
No, so that makes more sense.
I play with the toys because, hey, I like these designs.
Cool metal
I like these cool metal shit. I want to build my own shit. I want to make Megatron and Optimus Prime and all kinds of shit. That's why I played it.
You learn to see masks with giant holes in their mouth, not as their mouth. That's another thing. They all have little holes in their mouth. Yeah. They don't actually look like mouths.
So that's like the overall above the glass.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But what about like the Like, the inside of the world. It's like, I get it that it's what it looks like, but what are these... Like, did somebody create the Toa? Besides Motunui just playing, we need this. I just want... Because you said they just kind of show up in the canisters, but where did the canisters come from?
There was this island, like, far off the coast of Motunui that's...
Oh, the island
it was an island that was created by some other benevolent force who then creates these canisters and the Toa because he was allied with Motunui or some shit. I barely know anything about it. I just know that it wasn't Motunui that created the Toa.
Okay.
And this wasn't the first, like, Toa team at all. There were hundreds of Toa teams before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what happened... These
guys were just always, like, the destined ones, I guess.
And in 2003... I'm not going to go through that every year, but this is a big one. We realize that we're doing a whole new set of characters now, a whole new set team, which are the ones on top of there.
That blue one right there,
and the brown one and the white one over there. It's a whole new set of characters. And you're like, who the fuck are these guys? These were
characters that we've known beforehand. They were the elders of the village.
And then you realize that it was the elders. So now we're back in time, and we're in an industrial city instead of a tropical island. What's going on?
So the taller guys became the short guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came
short,
after they...
Matoran, Toa tall, Turaga, short.
The life cycle is like the Matoran. They get a Toa stone from a Toa because the Toa imparts his power to these stones. The stones go to the Matoran, and the Matoran become the Toa. And then once the Toa decides there needs to be another Toa team, he imparts his power amongst these stones. He loses his power and he turns into
Turaga,
the elder. Turaga.
And the elders have some powers, a little bit.
No, they don't have any.
Well, they're a little bit more useful than Matoran, right?
No, they're old. They don't have any powers.
I thought their masks still work.
No, they don't work. They
master powers as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question after you're done with this.
But yeah, we realize, we're back in time. But why are we more advanced than we were forward in time? And then you realize at the end of the second movie, or just if you're coming up with the story, then you realize that under the island of Motunui, we're in the brain. We're in the city, in the brain. And then some shit happened where they had to leave. What exactly happened, other than Turaga Doom and his shit? Was it the Karzani?
I think it might have been. I'm not too fucking sure.
So basically, the infection possessed the brain.
Brain infection.
So they had... it was too powerful for them to stay there, so they left up top on the surface of the island. And that's where they are now. And weren't the Borak kind of a defense between them getting up and down?
No.
No?
No. They burrowed in the ground, that was it.
Okay, so what is the deal with the gold mask?
There's a few of them.
Mask of Life?
There's the Mask of Light, Time, and Life.
Okay, what is so special about those?
The Mask of Time was originally shown in the comics, and it does what it says. It controls time. You can stop time, go forward in time, move back in time, that sort of thing.
Super OP.
It's super OP, but you might die if you use it incorrectly. Yeah. It's a huge toll, because it might, it doesn't say what it does to the body, because obviously you can't have one of the main characters die that early on.
It's the least important out of the three.
Yeah, they just barely show it up.
Every movie basically has to have a mask.
The Mask of Light is so powerful because it's the exact opposite of these forces that they've been fighting for so long. Darkness.
It's like the embodiment of the cure.
It's like the cure-all, the vaccine, quote-unquote.
Okay. So basically there was the Mask of Light, and they were trying to figure out, there was a tale of whoever gets the Mask of Light or something will be revealed to the 7th Toa, a secret 7th Toa. And they're like, who the fuck is this? And then the movie, they do this arduous process of traveling around just to find out the guy who was holding the thing was the guy the whole time. Yeah. He put on the mask and he was the 7th Toa.
He grows up.
So basically he's like the Toa of the light element, which is the strongest bullshit, probably. Or at least in that movie.
I'd say in general, light is one of the easiest, not easiest, but the more powerful than most powers.
So don't think of it all as the whole disease shit. It's a little bit more contained self. But if you look outside, it's that. But
and the Mask of Life is the mask that Motunui wears. It's the mask of you can create life with this thing. It's like the be all.
It's the best mask. Basically. And
has anybody found that mask besides Motunui wearing it?
Multiple times in 2007 storyline, they were racing to...
That's when they were underwater.
Yeah. They were racing to gather this
year.
mask in order to revive Matanui.
Because he was dying over all this shit happening to him.
But for like a couple minutes, Matanui dies.
Flatlines.
He flatlines because they didn't get to the mask in time. So one of the characters pulls a Jesus and sacrifices himself, puts on the mask, and that restores Matanui to life. He's not technically alive, but he's not dead either. He's stable.
Yeah.
Like they did a defibrillator on him.
Okay.
And he's back to life, but this character sacrificed himself.
So his life force went into the mask, and that kept him alive for a little bit longer.
And then 2008 was a little weird. There's some other weird bullshit.
It was just the race.
They went inside Matanui's like heart,
and it was it looked like a swamp and like floating rock islands. Like it looked fucked.
It's a cool setting. But it was,
and there were vampires there.
And these guys that they were fighting, they weren't just your regular run-of-the-mill schmucks. They were other Makuta.
Yeah.
So they
look like vampires.
They were powerful.
Dudes.
Yeah, I like those designs.
From 2008? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
And then in 2009, we just kind of fuck off and go to a different planet for a while.
I mean, which series was that?
Because Matanui's... Because they're like, we're going to get fucking ambushed here. We have the mask. What do we do?
Pieces.
They are cool.
And they're like,
really cool.
Shoot it off into space so no one can get it.
Yeah, they finally retrieve the Mask of Life, and then Pterodax takes it.
Oh, Pterodax does it. He's like, no.
He takes Matanui's consciousness, throws it in the mask, and then the mask gets shunted off to another planet.
And then we're on new planet adventures for a while.
New people.
More Bionicles, but they're not Bionicles.
They're not Bionicles. They're like gladiators who wear helmets. It's weird.
Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Glatorians.
Oh, that's how that came from.
On Bara Magna.
And I saw that movie too. Where the Mask of Life was there.
Yeah, that's Matanui was literally a person.
Yeah.
Now I got you.
Only time we've had Matanui as a set.
Okay.
An actual physical being.
He turned the beetle into a shield.
Okay.
What?
In the movie, he finds a beetle and he's like, "You're gonna be my shield," and he turns into a shield. Because he has the Mask of Life.
Fists. I love
he
that.
can end life, apparently.
Giorno.
Don't. And then what happens is that Makuta, being still on the main planet,
he senses that Matanui is alive, so he wakes up
the giant.
He inhabits the robot, and he fucking Superman flies to this planet just to fuck him up. And then Matanui's like, "Well, I've got my own robot."
There's a prototype version of the original big ass robot made of the island chains,
conveniently
on the other planet.
And it turns out the 3 different planets in this area all used to be one big ass planet. Because the galaxy was like 3 planets. The logo has the 3 dots. The logo, since the beginning, has had the 3 dots. So it's been planned from the beginning. This is
like 10 years of story.
Planning.
And toys.
Lots of...
And you always hear in the tagline of the whole fucking thing is Unity, Duty, Destiny, and you realize that lines up with the planets.
Huh.
And it's like...
The final line was kind of dumb.
What was the final line?
Stars.
Just... Oh, I think meant the final line of story, like someone said something.
No, Ryan. The final toy line.
But then after 2009, they're like, it's not selling so well, so we're just
Hero Factory.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
We're in 2010.
Stars was a line where each set had it was best of. It was like villains from the series and heroes from the series. They're back. Also, their sets only have 15 pieces.
They're this small,
really tiny.
We have no money anymore.
Each character has a piece of golden armor to put on Tahu because he's the chosen one.
That guy, red guy
up there, and Matanui beats the shit out of Makuta. Makuta he's gonna do a gravity blast to kill everybody. Then he shoots the gravity blast at another planet to bring it down, to bring a planet
he's casting meteor.
Yeah, he's casting meteor. And then Matanui is really stupid. He shoves him in the way of the planet, and the planet hits Makuta. And that's how Makuta dies. It wasn't even the planet, it was just an asteroid from the planet.
Yeah.
That hits him that brains him.
Yeah.
And that's it. He's dead. We beat the villain.
So then, who's the villain from then on out?
That's it.
That's the end of the story.
That's the end?
Yeah.
Matanui brings the 2 planets together, brings all 3 planets together, forms one big planet, and then...
Peace and prosperity.
Peace and prosperity. And they continued after that in the in some of the comics, but
yeah, Greg Varsity was allowed to write a little bit more, like on his own.
Not anymore. There hasn't been a serialized.
It's like 2013 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get a proper ending. There were reboots in 2015 and 2016, but nobody bought them because nobody liked them because they didn't use old parts. But
well, that wasn't it.
No, that was.
It was because the story was way too.
Yeah,
childish.
The story wasn't that good.
They wanted to go even lower on the demographic of age.
The sets were fine though.
Sets were okay.
I liked them.
But
yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
No, it's fine.
That's Bionicle.
No, so
Bionicle.
No, so because here's the thing. I have recently been like trying because I've come to the conclusion that trying to write like my own personal fucking D&D campaign is just more than my brain is willing to comprehend or put up. So it's like I've also been thinking about like going back to writing just random shit. And world building is like fucking everything. Like how do you establish a kingdom? How do you establish a magic system? You know, this, that, and the third. Yeah. It's like it's all. I
love coming up with shit like that. Like I'm not good at like writing like a fucking setting, but helping like with world building.
So like, and that's one of it because they have their own magic system. It may not be perfect, but it's a magic system.
What is?
Well, Bionicle, in terms of the mask and the abilities and things of that nature, that constitutes the magic system. Yeah. They don't necessarily have, like, kingdoms, I assume, but they have, like, biomes.
Cities.
Where shit...
In the island of Motunui, it's, like, split up in, like a pizza. Like, 6 different areas with different... Like, the snowy area, the jungle area, the lava area.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Rock. So it's like they have their... Okay, done. And then we have a couple of sets and shit like that in areas. So it's like, that's good. That's decent world building. It doesn't seem like there's a lot in there, but of course it took them years to do it, and that wasn't Lego's obvious, like, focus. You know?
Yeah.
Sadly.
It's pushing the sets is the most important thing.
Right.
And they push them more.
Because that makes money.
Yeah. And they stopped Bionicle mostly because when they moved over in 2009 to the other planet thing, everyone was like,
why?
Wow. We were following this, and they just kind of were like...
But the Lutorians, they were
No, they were good, but they didn't sell well at all.
They didn't?
No.
Oh. I bought them.
They were the worst selling sets, other than Stars. Yeah.
I bought the Lutorians.
That's fine.
I bought some of them. I like the fit. They had actual fists.
Yeah.
Also in 2006...
And the fists got better as Hero Factory went on.
They did.
They did.
Also in 2006, the villains were hip-hop... beasts.
They were,
and then the good guys were rock and roll warriors of light of all American rejects. Keep it strong, move along.
It's funny because the villains were called
taking damage.
The villains were called the Paraka, and in like the language, Paraka is a word for like.
That's the one with like the spines on the back and shit.
That's where I started from.
The Paraka,
and that's the one with like the chains or whatever.
They had glow in the dark teeth.
Fuck! Why am I remembering that all of a sudden?
If you look at the Paraka rap on your own time, you're gonna fucking cringe.
The
so
Paraka,
hard.
like in the language, the word Paraka is a word for like thief.
Yeah.
So it's like
super racist.
And it was like
a little bit.
Would this say like the word Paraka is?
Yeah, that's what
so like.
It's like an insult.
Like even like most people won't even use it.
You can kind of tell what. Yeah.
I remember. I think I had one of them.
That's where I started.
Most people like if they didn't start at the very beginning, they started there.
It's fucking language, man.
Oh yeah, a lot of the language is based off of Maori.
Maui,
I started those.
And the Matoran, the little guys, were originally called Tohunga.
Which is Maori for like warrior or some shit?
No, Toa is warrior.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Tohunga...
how come they kept the use of Toa?
So I don't know why they kept certain words and changed others. But in 2002 or 2003, they changed a lot of the words to be like made up sounding words, but still sound kind of islandy.
I'm looking at this, so you see Piraka, Piraka, right? And then you have like the Skati.
Yeah, that's the name of their race.
Right, and then like the Brutaka and then the enemies are like the Toa. Oh, all the Toas, Axon, Matoran, Dark Hunters, Order of Motunui.
Yeah,
there's factions.
Right, and then you have like the leader is
and the factions already.
Yeah,
and the whole man is the Kaz.
After like 2006, they kind of just threw lots of K's and Z's and shit, and they kind of got rid of the Islander
that's
shit.
Where you got all those yours K's and Z's from.
With the things I name.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the shitty naming schemes I come up with.
Oh.
But
You're not shitty. Shut up.
yeah, I mean, they kind of just went out the window and went full like gothic style with the naming.
I don't know, because like listening to like the 1 hour video I found of them just essentially showing commercials, but having it like a really intense voice explaining the story of the Toa, the legend of the Bionicle. Yeah. It's like, it sounds like real good, and then you're like looking at it, it's like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, like
it's like nothing against it, because obviously it's like, I don't know everything about Power Rangers, because I legit stopped after like Mystic Force, because everything after Operation Overdrive was some bullshit. Because that was like that was like past the Neo Saban era, and that's when Disney got like super their clutches into it, and then it flew to Nicktoons like a bitch.
Yeah.
But it's like I just stopped caring. Like Kingdom Hearts is a different story because the video game I can get in there.
Right.
I don't collect figurines anymore because I don't have a purpose.
What'd you collect figures of? Was it like a specific series?
When I was younger, it was pretty much anything. Like I said, I had a couple of the Bionicles. I had like the Mega Man toys, because that's when Mega Man Battle Network was my shit. Mm-hmm. But the NT Warrior anime series was up, so they had a couple of the Net Navis that was there. So I was like really into that. Then like I said, Power Rangers at the time, so I was able to get like the Mystic Force Megazord with the Red Ranger with the fucking unicorn transformation deal.
Hey.
And then
which one, the black or white one?
The white one.
Okay, that's late Power.
That's late Mystic Force. Yeah,
like last 2 episodes.
Yeah, and then what else? And then I had like, a lot of Transformers for whatever reason.
I also had a lot of Transformers,
but it's like I didn't care.
I had a
because
lot of Transformers.
I fucking did not care for Transformers, so I don't know why I had them.
I still love transforming shit.
I just don't care.
Those little fucking cubes up there, they're little dinosaurs that transform into cubes. They're cool.
Yeah, it's like, but that like you at that time. At the time, Digimon wasn't as big as it was, so you're not finding Digimon toys anywhere.
Yeah.
Any fucking place you went to, it was all just bullshit. So
a lot of
Digimon definitely like kind of died like from 2004 till like
it was after Tamers.
Yeah, it's been dead.
Like mid 2000s and early 2010s, it was just dead.
Yeah.
Like, it still is technically dead. It's not like
they're trying to bring it back.
Yeah,
Cyber Sleuth doesn't count.
It's actually coming back pretty
well,
good.
It's not
TV shows or
just in general
because
it didn't
popularity. Because like
especially in Japan, Digimon has always been decent. In Japan, people love Digimon. It's still like a household name kind of. But in America, it like in 2004, it took a big fucking nosedive.
And also because Pokemon got really good in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, so because like literally after they had like the OG Digimon, then they had the season 2, and then they had Tamers. And then after Tamers, Frontier came out, and everybody was shitting on Frontier.
Look, I don't care what anybody
else
says.
I don't care what anybody fucking said. Frontier was dope as shit. But then they went to like fucking some bullshit.
Savers?
It was whatever.
Yeah,
it was like I don't know.
The dude that beats the shit out of Digimon. That's fucking metal.
Which one?
That's Raw. Savers.
I don't remember.
The one where the dude with the Agumon that has the red straps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were like some fucking mystery fucking cop club or whatever.
I thought that was pretty cool and decent, but I mean, I could tell why people wouldn't like it.
Yeah, so and then it would just fucking go along, and it just got dumber and dumber as it goes.
Yeah.
And then they released Digimon Tri, which was questionable at best.
Which makes me sad.
And now they're trying to reboot to try and get the nostalgia back.
I'm all for more Digimon. I just wish it wasn't just like fully nostalgia bait, which is what it's sad is what this franchise has to fall to.
Well, it's because it's not like Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, its direct competitor has such a powerful foothold.
Yeah, it's always going to have a powerful foothold.
And it's like, people can say who their favorite fucking Pokemon is, but if you go up and say, hey, what's your favorite Digimon? Most people will say anything from the first season.
Agumon.
Exactly. I'm going to pick the Pikachu of the fucking shit.
Yeah.
I don't really have a favorite. No, I do.
It's weird, because I think Digimon first forms.
I don't really have a favorite.
I think Digimon first forms are usually worse than Pokemon first forms, in my opinion.
In terms of like their rookie,
I like Wargreymon though.
But like the way they like to design.
He's got a big old arm.
But
yeah, he's got big old arms.
I don't want to say Digimon's final forms are always better than Pokemon's. They're just a different direction.
It's a different art direction.
It's more. I don't want to say mature, but like it's more like guns and metal.
Coming from a big ass fan, I think like Digimon final forms look fucking cool, but they also look kind of stupid at the same
Yeah,
time.
like it's
it's so ridiculous.
Consistent. Digimon isn't
Like-
so consistent. I feel
Like Gundramon is a Digimon made up of guns. He's got like 30 million revolvers all over him. His head is a revolver. His arms are revolvers. Wings, revolvers. Tail, revolvers.
Revolver Jesus.
There's a Digimon named like Deputymon whose whole body is a fucking revolver. And his head is a cowboy hat.
Not to mention
the
like,
yellow eyes.
They literally took the Pokemon joke of we're gonna be a chair this season and just blew up with that before.
Not to
Double
mention
down.
Yeah,
they doubled
Sukamon.
down on it 10 years before this shit got stupid.
There was also a Digimon who attacks by throwing its shit at you.
and he looks
Yeah.
like a pile of poop.
Multiple Digimon do
Well,
that.
no, the Numemon
Yes.
are different than the ones that you're talking about.
Yeah, there's Sukamon and Numemon. Numemon also throw their poop, but
Yeah.
Sukamon, they both do it. It's stupid.
Digimon's not as consistent as Pokemon, but their
They
designs.
didn't have as lovable characters.
So their designs are more radical.
For me, I
Radical.
think they're
Yeah.
lovable. They hold a lot. Digimon hold a lot of nostalgia for me.
Not just
For
that
me-
one movie we watched, the first movie.
Not even
For me.
Even the first movie that's 3 movies put into one
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. So what were you gonna talk about, Derek?
Oh, you guys are done talking about Digimon and.
So that's Bionicle and Digimon, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Filled a whole 40 minutes. I'm good.
Hell yeah.
I was going to talk about. I was sleeping on this for a bit. Talking about anime for a second, like first exposure to anime and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I think that my story is worth telling. So as a kid, I had very high risk aversion.
What does that mean?
It basically means like I won't climb a tree.
Okay.
Like you want to be safe, you want to be
I
bubble wrapped.
was always safe
Kid.
all the time. I still kind of have that now, kind of. But what I'm getting at
I
is
get it.
even when it came to like entertainment and stuff like that,
You
I'm
censored
like,
yourself?
yeah,
You're like, Dad,
this is too much. I'm not
Dad,
gonna, no.
or Mom, put on something appropriate for me.
I would do that a couple
Well, it's
times
more
with
like I
my
just leave
parents.
the room.
Oh yeah.
I would do that with my parents just to be like, hey, I'm a good kid, but then on the down low, I'd be watching like
Yeah,
South Park.
I was
I
never.
was serious.
I was never that kind of kid who would like watch shit they shouldn't.
I was
Like
I
because
was
like there were a couple there were times when I was younger that I would keep watching cartoons on a weekend and like Adult Swim comes like, whoa, what is this? Oh my god! Ah!
Yeah, I saw Robot
Oh
Chicken.
my lord!
The intro to Robot Chicken
Oh.
scarred me for like a month as a kid. I was like, oh. So yeah, you
Anyway,
see what I drink energy drinks once and I die, and then I watch Robot Chicken and I fucking get scared. Yeah. You know
Anyway, anime specifically.
Sorry.
I didn't know anime was a thing for a long time because I only watched like Powerpuff Girls, fucking Cow and Chicken, all that kind of stuff.
Johnny Test.
Johnny
Johnny Test is way later.
I know.
Johnny Quest. That's
You're right.
that's some shit.
You're
Some
right.
good old fashioned
Cubics.
Hanna-Barbera.
My grandfather had some old VHSs of those. Those are fantastic. I
Yeah,
love them.
boo-boo.
Like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, Johnny
That's
Bravo.
what I was growing up
Dexter.
on. Dexter's Lab. Yeah, that's what I was growing up on. My first exposure to anime was the movie Akira.
That's
Damn.
a strong one
That's
to start
strong.
on.
Ooh.
And I watched it because I was enthralled by this art style. I was enthralled by the arts. I saw it. I was in a state of contrast. Like, whoa, this is really like scary and there's blood, but it looks so fucking cool.
All of them in their 5 heads.
And they're
Yeah.
and the fucking motorcycle, the
Yeah.
famous motorcycle scene.
The iconic Mortal
The
Kombat
iconic motorcycle
slide.
scene.
That's
That was my first exposure to
Parodied
anime.
everywhere.
And then it's
Was
like
your
the
dad?
fucking.
Was it your dad watching it?
My dad was like light into anime, and he had.
He's a
Well,
normie.
Akira was like basically normie tier.
Pretty much everyone
at
liked
the
it.
time
I didn't know that.
because Akira was fucking
What
like
is it?
Well,
Mad
I
Staple.
think he watched a bit.
Yeah,
more.
it's fucking
I'm pretty sure
fantastic.
he watched a bit more than that. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
Okay.
But it's because it's also because of him I got an FF8. I'll talk about it later.
I know about that.
But it was Akira, and it's like, yeah, I watched that and I was like, wow, this is cool but also scary looking. And I thought that's what anime was as a kid. I thought all anime was that.
You're not wrong
That's-
at that time.
I mean, and
Yeah.
also that's fair
Because-
because when you first see something, you don't realize there's probably more
Because
to
like
it.
Akira came out in what, like the
90.
was it
It
90s?
was either 93 or 97.
Because like at the time it's like you the
That's a-
serious
yeah.
shit like Gundam,
Yeah.
and then you have like
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell, fucking Perfect Blue,
I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
like all the
Ninja Scroll.
the Ghibli
Golden
films,
Boy.
all that shit. It's all over the place with its like with its stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like that.
OG
You weren't
fruit
far
basket.
off, but it's also like.
And so kind of the way it happened for a while was
Devilman Crybaby.
I kind of saw it here and there over the
Or
years.
Devilman, the original.
But it wasn't until I got like I think like 7th grade that I got to a point where I started seeing episodes of Naruto. And the first couple episodes of Naruto I saw, I remember the first two. I think the first episode of Naruto I saw was that first fight where Neji and Naruto fight during the Chunin exams.
That is way deep.
That was deep. I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I was like, this is cool. And the second
Holy
one I
shit.
saw was fucking Neji fighting that spider guy and getting his fucking chest.
Wow, those are super far apart.
Oh, the
Yeah.
spider guy. Was that during the
That's
Sasuke
yeah, so
retrieval
bring
arc?
back Sasuke arc.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, oh my god, they're so fucking like cool and bloody and
Shit.
And I was just like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then later on, I happened to get like a TV that had basic ass cable.
Like your own TV in your own room?
Yeah.
That's some shit as a kid. Like, I can do anything.
I wanted that for
had
my
some
entire
basic ass
life. I never
cable.
got it.
And the first, and then like I happened to watch Adult Swim, and I think it was Tsunami or whatever, and Bleach came on, and the first episode of Bleach, this is late, obviously. The first episode of Bleach I ever saw was fucking like Ichigo fighting Aokigahara, I think his name is.
Wow.
And getting his fucking shit pushed in.
Yeah, this must have been the very
man.
first time.
It was-
Okay.
And he got his shit pushed in. I'm like, oh my god, he fucking died!
That's
They're not, the heroes aren't supposed to die. Anime is fucking metal.
a good 10 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
That
a good.
was a long fucking time ago.
That's
Yeah.
a good 10 years ago.
that's crazy.
Fuck.
And those were my first few exposures to anime. I thought it was just like crazy, violent, cool, crazy shit that I was just like, ugh. But
You're not far
I
off.
100% agree. I understand that because
again, but in that Bleach, the main character is fucking stabbed in the chest
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Yeah.
fucking owned.
yeah, no, I completely understand.
You see the
it, 'cause,
light
like,
fade from his eyes.
Yeah. Speaking of like nostalgia in terms of like that bullshit. So you heard me talk about Serial Experiments Lane earlier, right? And I fucking was just like working. And Serial Experiments Lane was one of the very first like anime that I got exposed to in terms of shit. Because like it was like wake up in the morning, watch Gigantor, and then like don't know what the fuck's happening because it's moving at like 2 frames a second.
Yeah.
And then like whatever I'd come home and watch was like Rurouni Kenshin, Dragon Ball Z, but in my mind I didn't really see those as anime because it felt
Yeah,
American.
I had
You know what I used
seen,
to-
seen Dragon Ball Z as well, but
Right,
I had seen
but
some
then,
other
but then,
shit on
then
that
I
too.
remember watching like on G4. There was a point in time where they would have random
Yep.
obscure as fuck anime.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw this little girl who was fighting this technological god being. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? She's looking straight face, no fear, not moving, and this dude is this fucking organic techno-organic bitch is
What
like
is this?
enough. This is fucking Serial Experiments Lane.
Oh.
Like, and this is just
That sounds like Alita.
bro, no, dude,
Like Gundam Alita.
the best way I can explain it is okay. So I'm gonna do it real quick. Serial Experiments Lane came out in like either late 90s, early 2000s.
It was definitely late 90s.
Right. People to this day are still fucking theorizing about that anime
Oh, yeah.
because they don't understand what happened. Like, it is so
Transhumanist.
fucking weird. But I loved it for, like, the art style was weird, like, the snapshots were really crazy. It was super, like, fucking drab.
98.
Was 98?
Yeah.
Super fucking drab, and then you turn left and here's Paranoia Agent, and you're like, I don't know what this is.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I barely know what
You don't know
Paranoia
about
is.
Paranoia Agent?
I do and I don't.
Okay, so Paranoia Agent was essentially people getting the police getting a report that there was a little kid with
a bat, right?
With golden roller skates and a fucking bat.
Okay, I know what it is.
beating
I know
the
what it
shit
is.
out of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And the entire thing is a super. I don't know if you're gonna watch it.
No, we're not.
I
probably.
might spoil this. Anyway,
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, spoiler alert for whatever.
For a 20-plus year show.
Did Paranoia Agent come out in like 2010?
Like late 2000s.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No. But that was lame.
Okay.
No, this one's like fucking. An animator creates a plushie toy. The plushie toy is like Hello Kitty. She gets picked up. They want another cash cow. The girl can't do it. She gets super fucking overworked and tired, and then this kid comes and attacks her. This then creates a chain of rumors saying that Little Slugger, that the media nickname Little Slugger, is going around just attacking random people. So you go through this entire anime with different snippet of people's stories getting attacked by this fucking kid named Little Slugger, and then you find out at the end that Little Slugger was made up by the animation lady, that she just said she got attacked and self-harmed herself so she could get out of work.
Oh.
Huh.
But all the attacks still happened.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's made by the same guy who made Perfect Blue. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I haven't seen it. I heard something about it.
I think I know what it is.
If you watch Super Eye Patch Wolf, he made a video about it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
It sounds familiar. I think
it's super fucked up.
Isn't it about some like singer?
It's about it's an idol turned movie star.
Yeah,
And then
okay,
all this extra
I know
bullshit
of it.
starts happening, and like the guy who made it is like super fucked up, and I was like,
One of I don't remember what explicitly I started with, but I know an early anime memory I have is watching Saint Seiya on fucking Toonami, and like I think one of my earliest things that I used to watch was Astro Boy, because I was a huge fan of Osamu Tezuka's work. You know, Astro Boy, fucking
it's a Cyborg 009.
Yeah, that was actually
Is that not the same dude?
similar art styles. It's he created Kamen Rider. Fuck, what's his name? I should know this. I'm not a fan.
This thing that
I am not a fan because I don't remember man's name. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not a good fan. There's a whole museum named after him. Anyways, and I rented from the library a book of his series called Phoenix, and it was this story about this man who was granted eternal life, and he lived through these multiple different Ishinomori, yeah, Shotaro Ishinomori, yes, thank you.
don't forget it.
I knew it. Yeah,
Don't forget it,
Ishinomori
I
made
guess.
Kamen Rider,
test.
Sentai, Cyborg 009, that sort of thing. Very similar art styles to Tezuka, but Tezuka was first. Yeah, but
Man reliving shit.
yeah, and the guy was reliving through like all these different eras, and like it was fucking bittersweet. And like as a young fucking kid, that I saw that shit, and it like fucking drilled into my brain. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I read another one called Apollo Song, also by Osamu Tezuka, which is even more fucked up, and it was even more sad. And like,
You explained to me when we were in middle school that you wanted to do some kind of story like that.
yeah,
Like someone who goes through like a bunch of different people they love over time. Like,
That was-
never ages or something.
that's basically a part of it. Apollo Song is like this kid who had a fucked up life, starts killing animals for fun, that sort of thing. He gets
Oh yeah,
like
that thing
contacted
that
by
you
this
do.
goddess, by Athena, actually, the Athena, because a Greek goddess likes to talk to Japanese kids,
Out of any other god.
and she's like, "You're gonna have to learn what love is." Off you go, and so she sends him to this like she sends him through these different scenarios where he learns what love is, but then loses his love every single time. And at the end of the story, at the end of the story, he's like in a real relationship. Shit goes bad. She loses her eyesight, falls down a fucking like this girl that he's like in love with. She falls down this fucking like ravine, and like it ends in a big ass explosion. And then he wakes up in front of Athena, and she's like, "Yeah, that you gotta still keep doing this." And like bittersweet, sad shit like that, like that really like fucked me up. But I loved it. I loved that shit. I absorbed it, and so I would just constantly read like stories like this, and that's just how I got into anime and manga. After that, I bought my first issue of Shonen Jump, and the rest is history.
And then you became a neat
Yeah, now
weirdo.
that book right there, The History of Osamu Tezuka, I wanted that for so long.
Okay.
When I was a
So,
kid.
here's a question that I asked my roommates. I gotta ask you. You've seen Death Note, or read Death Note.
I've seen good enough bits of Death Note to understand it,
I've seen half of it.
and I've watched live action movies. They were
Don't even. I like how you're
I
leaving.
know how it ends.
I know better.
More or less.
I know there's a monster with long limbs.
Yeah.
And
Ryuk.
no, I know it's Ryuk.
No, it's Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
And it's William Dafoe.
William or Willem?
No, his name
Well,
was
what's the guy
Willem.
who played L? I forgot his name. The actor in the live action.
The new one?
Yeah, not the
I
Japanese
don't
one.
fucking care.
He played
I don't fucking care.
Can I have your fortune?
Lakeith Stanfield. That's his name.
Alright, then this question doesn't matter.
Fortune cookie break.
What was the question?
Well, because listening to, I was listening to a bunch of shit. Literally, like, I can tell you the way that it worked this week, because I told you I was listening to a whole shit ton of, like, philosophical whatevers, and it went from listening to Lane to looking up Lane's, like, entire deal, jumping over into, like, the ideologies. I watched an hour and a half video documentary or a video essay about the ending of Eva. And I was the last two, I'm not going to talk about it, the last 2 episodes of Eva and the end of Evangelion. And I was sitting, you stopped that. And I was like, I was sitting there, I was like, so Eva's like Cowboy Bebop. Mm-hmm. Everybody blew it the fuck up, and I just didn't want to watch it.
I ruined myself because I saw the movie End of Evangelion when I was really young.
Oh my god!
I went to the store. I went to Hollywood Video. I picked this up because I'm like, I told the guy, show me where the anime is. Yeah. And I'm like, I wanted to get this. And he looks at me, and he looks at my dad, and he's like, are you sure?
That's the right question to ask.
At least you know.
And my dad was like, he didn't know, but I think he was going on. He was like, son, are you sure you want this? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I won't say anything. Yeah. Evangelion is
you like Tang?
And that's why the PS3
one
has
of
no
the
games.
most fucked up animes of all time.
It's not that bad. It's pretty fucking crazy.
It's fucked up, dude. Like the character, like in depth wise, it is. Mm-hmm. On the surface, not so much. In depth wise, it's like the psychology of a young boy who does not get enough attention. And has a bunch of extreme shit happen to him.
I love the dichotomy where it's like, hey, you get to live with these hot chicks, you get to live with these robots, you get to pilot these robots, but it's still fucking horrifying.
Yeah,
it's the reality.
It's the lowest form of the robot protag.
It's technically a deconstruction.
Yeah. So I watched the hour and a half fucking video essay about the end of Eva, and then I started listening to like Berserk, like philosophy of Berserk. Mm-hmm. And then philosophy of fucking Death Note and all that shit. And it's like the question being asked is...
I already know the question.
What's the question?
Was Kira right?
Was Kira right or was L right? Whose version of justice is correct?
I don't think...
And you can't say it's objective. If you have it, pull a gun to your head, you had to choose one.
I don't think what Light was doing was correct because I think leaving like...
So, hold on. I want to have Ryan get in the discussion, too, because this basically goes on the morality spectrum of fucking SMT. Basically...
I'm going to try to just answer it as quickly and as, like, instinctively as possible.
Think about it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, so...
I already know.
So, there's a man named Light Yagami. He is gifted the ability to...
Light?
Light Yagami.
Like the
the word light.
These photons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his name is Light Yagami. He is given the ability of this notebook called the Death Note that is given to him by Shinigami from an alternate fucking world.
Parker
Shinigami?
used to have
Shinigami, Death God.
Parker used to have a fucking Death Note. We used to write our teachers' names in it.
Yeah. I know you have to write your name and
you write your name.
And
you write a name, and if you don't write how they die in a certain amount, they just die from a heart attack in like 30 minutes or some shit. Like, if you don't write the specification. So the entire thing is this kid gets it. He's a very smart individual. He plans on doing the same job that his dad does, which is he's going to graduate high school, go to college, become a detective like his father so he can catch the criminals. But now he has this notebook. In writing the notebook, he ends up...
It allows him to, like, skip all these steps and
all
immediately
these steps,
catch the criminals.
And he gains a god complex, saying that I'm going to be the god of the new world. My judgment is absolute. So he goes around...
Really nailing that 17-year-old bullshit.
So who the fuck are you, kid?
He writes all these criminals' names in the book. And he starts getting a cult following saying that, well, he calls himself Kira. And which meant multiple different things. If you watch the fucking live action movie, they go German and they go Japanese. It's bullshit.
It's basically just killer.
Yeah. And so he ends up getting this entire like following saying that Kira is a good person because he's killing the people that are doing the wrong things. The justice system ends up hiring the super detective by the name of L, who is essentially is hired to track down Kira.
His real name's fucking stupid.
His name is L. Lawlette.
Lawliet. Lawliet.
Call him Lawlette, and that's fine. Anyways, so
he is the law.
The entire thing is whose justice is correct. Taking out everybody's evil with only one person be the judge, jury, and executioner, or should they go through a proper justice system and get their fate in that way?
I mean,
evil,
chaos, and law is really what it is.
Yeah.
Law.
Okay.
As I was saying, I don't think leaving this whole process up to one megalomaniac young kid is correct.
I agree with that.
What he was doing was absolutely noble, but what's to stop him from writing the name down of someone who cut him off in traffic the next day.
That's
or
exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He killed everybody in his path that would stop him from becoming the god as a new
If so, exactly. So I definitely think L was in
Why
the
would
right.
anyone pick the other?
Because some people support
Fascism.
effectively,
Anarchy?
or like utilitarianism in a way as well. It's like it's by any means necessary.
Yeah.
It's like we want.
Caleb's gonna bust
Caleb's
on
a
the door and
fascist?
kill us.
We want to kill the evil in the world. If we have the ability to kill the evil, exterminate the evil.
So I get that, but the fact that it's one person deciding that.
Yeah,
If
it's
it
not.
was a group of people all saying what they needed to do and kind of back and forth.
But the problem with that is like if you have one person with, or if you have a group of people with the ability to do this, what's stopping anybody in that contained group from killing anybody else in that group?
Yeah.
The book
Yeah.
the book is power.
It's
Well, yeah.
exactly.
Right.
You just gotta hope to Christ that whoever has the book at the time isn't the
So I think all of us agree that
Garbage
law
piece of
is the
shit.
better
Yeah.
option
In,
than this
in
chaos.
that aspect, yes, L is the better choice. Because at the end of the day, Light is a murderer, hands out.
yeah.
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 Um,
Like what I said, what he's doing is just, but he's a stupid 17-year-old
But
kid.
is that
He doesn't-
justice?
Not.
But you just said it was just, so I mean
It's main justice.
What he was doing was right to an extent. To an extent.
Okay. Now you read or watched Berserk, correct?
I know of Berserk,
Okay.
yes.
Do you know about Griffith? All right, well, I guess if you don't know too much about Berserk, this question doesn't matter then.
I don't...
I know Griffith did nothing wrong.
Do you though?
No.
Okay, 'cause
I don't
that's
know.
the question I was gonna ask.
I don't know the specifics.
Okay.
I don't think Griffith
Some
should have
devil
fucked
demon,
that princess.
demon shit.
Oh, it's not. Not about that. But it's like it is.
No, not Casca.
Okay. So here's a better question. So you don't care about Fate. You know very limited about Fate, right?
Yeah.
Like a little bit, Derrick. You don't know anything about.
I'm a neutral party.
Right, that's a neutral party. But here,
I like Fate.
you know the bank. Do you know about the Banquet of Kings? Do you know about that episode of Fate Zero?
Oh yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Right.
That was a great episode.
So
that episode was fucking great.
Right. In terms of which king would you follow?
Oh, okay.
So you have one king that is
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Should I weigh myself in this?
yes, because it's like you're not.
You can still apply to you.
Yeah. So I'm trying
still
to
think
remember how to word it properly.
I
Basically,
could
which king would I serve under?
In a sense, yeah.
Because of
Probably
their
up to an
ideals.
extent.
Yes.
Got it.
Well, Saber's whole thing was like, I take everything onto myself. I
Right.
protect everybody.
I sacrifice myself for the will of my people.
Jesus.
And then there's or it's king for the people. Then there's
That's a good way for a king to die.
One
Right.
for all.
Then there's the king that's selfish for his people, and says that
Iskandar.
if my people believe in me, then I will live up to I'll live my life lavishly and as crazy as possible, so that it inspires my people.
I will
so
be
that
a
they
symbol
will-
for them.
Yeah, I'll be the symbol that they need to keep moving on.
All
they follow
Might?
me, kind of. And then there's selfish for my sake,
Mongrels.
which is. There has to be law, there has to be order, otherwise things don't work.
I'm the best.
And anybody that goes under me must or will be punished as I see fit.
Who the fuck would do that?
Gilgamesh would.
Gilgamesh. What?
No one gets that. That's what I wanted to show you. The fucking soccer account commercial. Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I like anime and manga.
J-Rock.
Gilgamesh.
Oh no.
Sakura-kan ikimasu.
Ikimas.
Oh,
Yeah,
Christ.
let me see if I can find a better description of this.
That man has the most tired eyes. He
That man, he
escaped the fire bombs.
He escaped Imperial Japan, and he moves to Seattle to live out his life as a sushi yacht.
learns a new language.
Okay, he learns a new language to give his art, his craft to these people.
Okay.
And then he sees these fat white nerds fucking bound in and
Boil-
butcher the language.
Boiling his
It-
culture down to fucking food and entertainment.
I'm not going to get started
Okay.
into what I think
So
about
I
that.
found a
It's
better
fine.
way.
I'm not as
So-
passionate as Chances. I'm
That's
just
right.
going along
So
with it.
the discussion is between these three kings. One of them is supposed to be a dude, but due to Nasu, he changes that shit and he makes a woman just like
Dude,
everyone.
Well, Faye has a stall fall, so I'm
There you
not
go.
concerned.
So it's the King of Knights, who's Artoria Pendragon, who was King Arthur. Then you have the King of Conquerors, who is Iskander, who is Alexander the Great.
Okay.
And then, because that's his real name. And then you have Gilgamesh, who's the king of heroes. And,
Babylon.
You know, from
Gilgamesh.
Babylon, right. So
They're all in the same time period, apparently.
well,
Oh my gosh, dude!
We're not going to get
they get pulled out of
They
time.
were
and
summoned
now
from
you're
time,
here.
from out of time.
And they're just like cool with it.
They
By
fight. They
what?
fight. They fight the Holy Grail.
Oh,
Holy fucking
yeah.
grail!
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
That's
bullshit.
ridiculous.
So Alexander the Great, or Iskander, or Ryder, just
Well,
is what he's
Mortal
called in
Kombat.
that, is that he believes that a king should be setting vivid examples to be followed, bond with his subjects at a personal level, and his way of living should be something inspiring to and envied by all under his rule, not a distant ideal or martyr whose deeds who would be praised, whose path is so full of sorrow and pain that it would only inspire a sense of dread. To him,
Seems a little biased towards him already.
to him, a selfless king who isolates himself from his people to die for ideals is nothing but a fool, which is worse than a tyrant. He is also in opinion that a king should be vibrant, a figure who is inspiring and leading his people instead of being a distant loner who concerns himself only with protecting and saving his people. That's Ryder.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm going to put a pin in that.
You're right. That's real early.
Mystery is kind
Calling
of
that reference back.
Call back.
Yeah, Sabers, who's Artoria, or King Arthur, Sabers' wish is in regard to her duty as King of Britain. After turning into a heroic spirit and seeing her country turn to ruins, she decided that she wants to
Hearing
change...
her and king in the same sentence. is
Yes,
like-
you're correct. Seeing her country turn to ruins, she decided that she wants to change the past, thus changing her country's future. Saber is willing to sacrifice her own self for her country, but only because of her strong sense of justice and duty, and because of her selfish ideal to try and save everybody.
This all just seems biased towards these two. I mean,
I mean,
Well-
I don't see much of a difference. They both are on the path.
live,
We got
breathe, and
one
die for
more.
the country.
we got the big
We
one.
got the asshole, folks.
the big one.
Yes, Gilgamesh. So let's see, Gilgamesh, and this is a quote directly from him. An ideal king shouldering all the expectations of the multitude, never faltering. If such a beautiful star exists, I would like to once gaze on it myself, but it is an illusion after all. The ideal king people wish for is something that no mere human being is fit to be. I imagine that is why your king pitifully self-destructed from betrayal, which is why you hold such regrets as a servant, isn't it? That's just a quote from him. Gilgamesh greatly differs from most of the sovereigns and leaders in history of humanity. He places himself before his nation and the people, and he had neither the curiosity nor desire to conquer, possibly because he had too much in the beginning. He takes the time to enjoy himself, mastering every treasure and every pleasure. With conviction to treat good and evil equally, he has no need for other ideologies and ways of life when the absolute basis is himself.
True neutral.
Kinda? So
It says good and evil is comparable.
it's comparable, but it
All about
it's
himself.
comparable.
but yeah, it's the choice.
Neutral selfish.
Yeah, neutral selfish.
Nah.
Fuck it. Let's be selfish. Fuck it.
So-
Mind your own business. Let's go.
So you follow Gilgamesh.
Might as well.
The other two are very similar to each other.
They were.
Well, the difference between Ryder and Saber is that Saber's willing to sacrifice herself and only herself for the good of the country, whether that means she fails or doesn't fail. And it's like, and she's not thinking about the repercussions of what can happen.
Right, because if she fails, that could lose the spirit of her people.
Right, versus Alexander the Great, or Iskender, he is, I have to be that symbol for my people to help them push forward because they help me push forward.
Right.
If I fail here, then everything that they accomplished for working under me would be a waste.
See, that's the negative part of that, but I would agree with most of that guy. So, I guess.
So you're going with Ryder.
Yeah.
What did you choose, Derek?
I gotta go with Ryder in this one too.
I-
Series aside, yeah, Saber's cool. All these Ryder, fucking Iskander is cool.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of
Which king? Yeah.
which philosophy makes the
Right.
most sense in terms of running a country and supporting people, your people, I think
Right.
Ryder makes more sense. In that
Because I
regard.
feel like I agree with you. It's like in terms of which kings I feel like I would follow, it would be Iskander, bias aside, because
probably.
Because the way that he says, like, I'm willing, and this could be completely wrong because I don't know about how, hierarchies work and all that jazz, and how kings were, or is now, or how they are. It's just that if I'm to follow a king, I have to know that king. You know?
Right, you want
just
them
my
on a
idea,
personal
right?
level.
Right, but I don't, like, Gil, specifically, is like, he does not care for anyone but him.
Right.
Nobody is on the same plateau. Nobody is on the same fucking level because he is all an absolute and anything he says goes. Saber puts herself below her people.
Right.
Which makes it seem like, yeah, I understand you're supporting your people, but you can't support the whole weight of the world on your back because you'll crumble underneath it all.
Which is kind of what happened anyway.
Exactly. Where Ryder is, I will walk side by side with my warriors and we will accomplish this together.
Right.
And I could be getting this all wrong, but that's how I see it.
That's how I see it too.
Right. So, like, Ryder is the dude to go.
Probably the best choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I was listening to that, you said him thing. I was thinking more like a small. I was thinking of this as a smaller group of people, like 10 people all stranded on an island. Who needs to lead, and how would this work on those three personalities?
Okay.
And I was thinking that.
Ooh, if we're doing
that Alexander the Great would still be the better one even for that situation.
If we're doing an island scenario, I would rather distance myself from everything.
But you don't have a choice. Gun to the head. You have to pick.
Because I feel like,
Kill me.
like in a small town, it's better to know. I'd rather the choice of having to know your king in a large area, like a large kingdom, or a small town. I'd probably pick a small town more, because it just seems like you want to know who's leading you, the person next door to you, rather than the city.
Right.
I don't know. It just feels more.
I don't think the king would have
Intimate.
a whole lot of time to meet with all the small.
No,
towns.
not literally, but like.
Right. I see what you're saying.
It's more intimate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like the way that Iskander works is like, I enjoy the fact that he's willing. It's like, I need to inspire my people. I'm not taking them out for bloodshed. I want them to follow me because they want to follow me. Mm-hmm. They chose to follow me, and they allow me to be in this position to get my kingdom that I'm achieving. And so we're here.
So what's the conflict you wanted?
Huh?
So what's the conflict you wanted here?
I just wanted to see which king you would follow. I'm not looking for any type of conflict.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people would agree with Saber, because it's like people should be the king should take care of their people.
Yeah, that's second best. I mean,
right, but in a way, that's also what Gil is doing, because he is holding. He is the judge, jury, executioner.
Right, but he's not like covering his face with dirt, saying "I'm lower than you."
Right, because nobody's lower than Gilgamesh, and he lets you know that.
I'm talking about in comparison with Alexander.
With Saber?
And Alexander.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's what you see. I just wanted to.
I feel like he's more of a like a let's go do this kind of thing, and the other was our imbalanced somewhat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, literally, the words that Gilgamesh say is mongrel. He calls you a shit to your face.
Yeah.
All day.
Granted, honestly, I would become him if I had the choice, because I'm a fucking selfish bitch. But I'd like to be the other guy.
Honestly, I think that, like, disregard any other Fate series. Like, if you just want something that is a Greek tragedy as a type of story, Fate Zero is the one.
Oh, Fate Zero, yeah.
It is a great anime.
Great.
Isn't there a Fate Zero adaptation airing right now, or is that something?
It's been out for a minute. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
How
come?
Adaption? What do you mean?
Isn't it closer to the game story? Like,
I never played the visual novel of Zero.
oh, never mind.
You're thinking of like Fate Stay?
I'm thinking of
I was
Grand
thinking
Order.
that.
I thought there was a Grand
Oh
Order.
yeah. They're doing Grand Order right now. Right now,
Is Fate Zero the one with Kiritsugu?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Caleb told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making a show of Grand Order.
They already have. They're doing it right now.
Why does Ishtar look like?
I don't know why she looks like
Tosaka?
Yeah,
Tosaka.
Tosaka.
I don't know why.
And
why is there a blonde one? What is that?
Because reasons.
There's a legit explanation in that story as to why there's a blonde one. And it's because I guess all goddesses or gods in that general region are supposed to be blonde, but she was not, and that's only because I think the girl that she's inhabiting the body of, which just so happens to look like Rin, is just the avatar that her body is using.
Okay.
But this one,
anime is dumb.
The Babylonian story, it gives you more of an idea of what Gil used to be like in his time, and he's not that big of a dick. He's still a dick. He's just not that big.
Is Kido around?
Oh yeah.
He's doing in that story.
Yeah, he's in there.
I want to say
the way you said that,
I'm going to say something
that I feel good about that.
I might say something that's a bit controversial.
It's not.
Anime is fucking weird, and I think it's because Japan doesn't understand other cultures.
You're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head.
Like Japan writes things in a way that is so unique to them, and I think it's because
it's almost
they don't understand other cultures.
I don't want to keep using this buzzword, but it's almost autistic in a way.
Your favorite buzzword.
I don't want to keep using it though. It's just some of the shit that like some of these stories. It's just so.
It's not like a bad thing. It's just a weird
it's not
perspective.
a bad thing. I
It's
love
interesting.
It's way better than some of the boring shit we get here. But
like
it's just over the top.
I think that's more of a culture, their own culture. They love that stuff.
Yeah, and that's
Japan will do a thing where they're like, they'll take like, say you have like, what's like a pantheon or something of 4 or 5
Greek
characters, like
a pantheon,
or like that's not the right word, but like they'll take like a set of things that's been established and just take one character out, and replace it with a minor character, and you're like, why? That's never a thing. Like you got Jesus, God, the devil, and like
I have no clue what the hell you're talking about.
The statue of David reincarnate. Like what? There's nothing to do with it.
Oh, you're talking in terms of the characters that I just explained to you.
Well, no, I've seen multiple examples of that.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like Athena, of a Greek god as the one to do that thing.
She's the goddess of wisdom. She was trying to impart this
And
wisdom
war.
upon the young men.
Okay.
And war.
Yeah, but it just seems like the weird choice to me. I don't know. Japan does shit like that to me.
Because it looks cool.
I mean,
why do you think all that
doesn't make
religion?
sense.
I feel like you don't watch enough anime.
He
don't.
doesn't. But in terms of you think about it, how much do you know?
Maybe
about,
you're just used to it, and I'm.
How much do you
or
know
maybe
about the Japanese Shinto gods?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
Watch
So-
Origami.
True. But like in terms like if you could out of like what
I
are
know, like,
people
the
more going to
basics.
be more how are like people that are watching anime in terms of not just the Japanese who are willing to watch fucking anything versus the huge American audience that they know that they're going to get, what's going to be more likely to sync with somebody in terms of a god? Is it going to be a Greek one or is it going to be a Japanese
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when they do, dive into another area's like thing. It doesn't have to be gods. It could be whatever.
Right.
Like planes, trains, and automobiles. There's 3 things.
Okay.
They always go together. And when people say shit like that,
Right.
I'll just replace one and give it like horse carriage. Like
I don't think I'm catching on to what
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're.
I don't think anyone does. I'm just fucking weird. I don't know.
Maybe if you could cite some examples, that would be helpful.
I can't think of any at the moment. I mean, like.
Cause it sounds like that if they give you like the lineup and they just take something out and put it in, and it's like the star of the lineup.
It's like I've noticed in a lot of anime shit, they'll just like, I don't know why I'm saying they. I don't know who I'm specifically targeting, but
Nobody does.
But like,
Gotta cite examples, dude.
I really can't think of anything
We're
right
not
now.
gonna get it unless you
Yeah.
do.
No, don't think too hard if you can. I mean, you have
The gears are turning. They're really churning hard. I see smoke coming from your eyes, from your ears.
I think I get what you mean, but it's like
Can you explain what he's saying?
I legit think it's just your bias. Because as an outsider, you see,
but I don't really see it.
you have that American mindset of seeing Japan as haha wacky kooky thing.
I'm the opposite of that.
That's not. Let me finish. But like, it's for you. It's subdued, but it's still there. So you
Maybe
see
a little, I don't know.
all this weird anime shit, and you're like, I don't get this. And that's just your.
Well, Japan to
whole
me
thing,
is not like it's tea ceremonies and gods.
You don't
and
give a shit about all that stuff.
Why do you say that?
Because you've never shown an interest. You don't give a shit about tea ceremonies. You don't know how to. You've never asked me, hey, how do you do a tea ceremony? What is this shit? You never asked me about gods. You never asked me about any of the other bullshit.
If
like
I think
this.
of Egypt, I think of the pyramids. I don't talk to you about the pyramids and have interest in the pyramids.
That's true.
I guess, but
I'm just saying, like,
He has a certain idea of what Japan should be versus what the reality
and what
is.
Chance says is most people think of it as like the anime and
Right.
and the sushi
Right.
and.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't think it's related to what my point was
Tradition
before,
and culture too.
but like, I don't know. It's
Tradition, discipline.
maybe it was because they were fucking like closed off from the rest of the world for 300 years. I don't know, but that did happen. But I don't know if that did anything with it. But I just feel like they're so close to getting it. And when they go
getting what?
then they deep dive in like other cultures and stuff when in their shows and stuff, but they're not quite there.
But what are they trying to get?
Yeah.
I can't tell you, man. Derrick, I think is the only one close slightly.
I think maybe you are.
Because I'm an outsider looking in, I want this to be like a.
You like I said,
Like
you still have that
think
American
maybe
mindset of
misunderstanding.
Japan. Just really, just it's.
No,
repressed.
I don't want that to be the case. It's just.
Well, that's what it feels like.
That's what I'm seeing.
You're like, oh, wacky Japan.
I've never said it like that.
You've never said it, but that's what I think
No.
it is.
It's.
You just have a.
It's not like
a bias.
I saw that and I thought that. It's that I didn't want to think that, but I'm still seeing it.
I think you just you don't have rose tinted glasses for Japan, and you're seeing it for what it is.
Is that a bad? It sounds like a good thing, though.
I don't know.
Well, it depends.
For some people,
I think you're misunderstanding something.
I'm
Just like
on
how things
that.
are structured in shows and media.
Because I'm on that fence where, like,
I'm also
legitimately...
bad at movies. I don't watch movies and shows
We're
that
not talking
often.
about movies.
So
Well,
like,
it might
Well,
just
it's
be an
still
entire
entertainment.
it might be an entertainment deal. Because the thing is, like, when you get home and you feel like you want to watch something, what is your staple? What is your go-to?
I don't watch anything.
Right.
you watch YouTube.
I watch
poops.
YouTube.
Right, and then that's the difference. Because for some people, when they get home or they just want to watch something, they want to watch something with a plot and a story,
Yeah.
versus bullshit. Because your mind is more focused on your creativity to make your things in ways.
Yeah.
Because what it, like literally you have a creative mind in terms of making an entire D&D world. Doing your entire graphic design bullshit, thinking of things in the future or whatever, the characters, this, that, and the third. You have a lot of creativity, so when you're coming home, you're just like, eh.
Oh.
And it's like, YouTube is literally just mindless bullshit.
It is. Completely.
There's not, no offense to against a whole bunch of YouTube, because there's a lot of people out there on YouTube who make it.
Oh, they can
creative shit.
Our
they
shit's
can dry
mindless
their tears
drivel.
with their cash. It's fine.
Yeah, you think they get paid real good. You're out of your fucking mind.
Some of them do.
And ones that have been here since like
Just like
2001.
There are
PewDiePie.
people that
Yeah.
there are people who've gotten millions of subscribers in the last couple of years that are making a shit ton of cash.
Cry them a river then.
I don't need to.
Okay. Regardless.
Yeah.
It's like and that's Chance saying that I appreciate people that put effort into the work.
Yeah.
I also do appreciate the bullshit cringe compilations, because that is just a bunch of goddamn 6-second clips being put together.
Yeah.
That's nothing special. Nobody should get paid for that.
No.
Um,
Well, I don't think what we do is very big brain.
The
it's
people
not.
who
It's
make
not creative at all. It's like sit down, talk shit. The most creative thing that comes out of it is you coming to us with your world.
Yeah.
That's literally because that's your work that you are willing to present to us as people that are a part of it.
When you present it like that, it seems much more professional than what actually happens.
And that's how you get around talking to people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because, again, of course, you don't think of it as, anything special. Or not, that's not true. It's special to you because you
What's
created
that
the
noise
universe.
Yeah.
But you don't see it as something that's,
Is that just,
over extravagant.
No.
But it's like you creating
It's one of the
this.
noises from FF8.
Oh, okay.
Let me give you an example, and this is an easy one to compare to. Matt Mercer.
Mm-hmm.
Think about everything that he's done in terms of with Critical Role, right? Now he has an officially published by Wizards of the Coast book
Yeah.
that is now added to the universe that is D&D.
Right.
And not saying that's what your goal is aspiring to, because obviously it's probably not. You are very no insult intended, but you're simple-minded when it comes to what you're doing.
I'm very. I'm like starting a band to remain as a garage band.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you, when you're creating Voros, it's not for them, it's for you, but you're sharing it with
I'm
others.
only recording it. Well, yeah. I'm only recording it just so I can look at it later. I'm not like I don't care if we get anyone watching our shit.
Yeah, and you've made that clear, and I completely understand that. It's like you're not doing it for the.
I want like 5 years down the line to look back on it and be like, holy shit, this is interesting.
Yeah,
or
granted,
this was shit.
It doesn't
like, you know,
help that
laugh.
we interrupt every 2 fucking seconds in the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, it's like it's not for them, it's not for us, it's for you that you're willing to share with us.
I want to take you along.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's your work, and you're bringing us along for the ride. It's a story that you're willing to tell to us that I don't have to sit down for a total amount of probably 2 days if I really get into it or not.
Mm. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay. Maybe I'm just a fucking weirdo.
How long have we been going?
Almost. I'll go to an hour 30 unless you're out of things to talk about. You look tired.
I'm not tired. I just can't think of anything right now, really.
I want to clear up what I mentioned, but I don't know if I can think about it, man.
Clear up what you mentioned.
Well, his
The weird shit I was talking about.
No, I mean,
I don't know.
if you can, we'll add an addendum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
I don't know, man.
Because again, it's like this is my first. This isn't my first trip through D&D.
Okay. Maybe it's not a Japanese media thing, because Bionicle did it too, and I got like, what? So here, fire, water, air.
Right.
Yeah.
Basic 4 elements.
Ice. Okay. Water, but okay, yeah, ice is usually in shit.
Well, that's because they're different forms of matter.
Earth and stone.
Okay.
That's like an example of what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Well, going back to different forms of matter for
Earth
a second.
is more like...
It's like,
are you saying Earth is in dirt and then stone is in rock?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's not.
Well,
it's not
the Earth
it's a
character...
physical transformation, sort of.
I know, but they're
the
so
Earth character
similar.
Like digs. He's like a digger, and the rock character is like walking around deserty places kicking rocks and shit.
But no, I see what he's saying. It's like those things are so similar in
like when they
base understanding of what they are.
They take simple concepts that are have always been and should and you assume always will be, and then they turn it on its head just slightly, and you're like, why?
So like if they would have kept, let's say, take out because like you already said Earth, right?
Yeah.
So Earth is already its own thing, but then they have stone and okay, so yeah, so
ice and water, rock. That's simple to me.
Yeah, so they can take the stone, put it in the earth, but then add like a random one like metal. That would make more sense.
Right, or like light and dark, or something, which is in there too. Later.
Right, but that's more of like an existential force,
or like plasma, or lightning, or something.
Yeah, okay, actually
that would make sense. But like, it's just like, it's just a little weird. It's like,
so you want it to be more precise and less broad.
I
don't
don't want it to do anything. It's
weird when they take something that just
like,
seems so out of the norm.
Perks my ear up, like, huh?
Or of your current lineup.
And it's unexpected when it doesn't happen often, but when it happens,
right.
It's
like
it does happen often.
Like you're gonna take these characters from history. We got King Arthur, we got Alexander the Great, we have fucking King George, and then we have Susie from down the street. Which one of these doesn't?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think you're getting it.
Yeah, it's like why pick something so fucking obscure, something that just doesn't seem like it should mesh well with the rest of your group.
Yeah,
I think it still fits because Ice and
Susie from down the street does not compare with these kings.
Or like you said because King Arthur. Alexander the Great, both generally European things,
right?
And then Gilgamesh. Why not pick anything else? You know,
oh, anything related rather than a Mesopotamian or Babylonian god.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I mean, it's fine. That one's not that bad. I get it, but like, I don't know. It's just the choices are kind of.
I think it's more forgivable in
what I would do, I guess,
in Bionicle because Ice and Earth/rock, they're both similar enough, but they're also different enough that it's easier.
Ice and water.
Yeah, ice, water, and earth and rock. They're easy to differentiate from the other.
But the point.
But they're also the same. They're also like.
What I'm saying is, I played
different
video
life
games
cycles and
stuff
right.
where ice and water are separate things, but you rarely see like I'll say Pokemon. You have ice types and you have water types. You have ground types and you have rock types, but it's
steel.
Yeah. But like,
They differentiate that shit in like D&D, and you're fine with that. Like water spells, ice spells, move earth.
I've never had a problem with ice and water. It's the earth and stone that caught me off guard because in Bionicle.
You know what? That's fair because earth seems so like general.
Yeah.
Where stone is so particular.
Yeah.
Specific.
Usually earth spells in RPGs are just big rocks.
Yeah.
And it's like no, this is more specific now.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like dirt and stone, I guess you could say. And I always thought earth should be green, but earth is black in Bionicle, and green is air.
Yeah, that one's weird.
Well, it's more like a nature thing.
And air is always in the jungle. And earth
air is more like a
underground,
nature thing.
Which makes sense why it's black now.
Because earth can't really pass air through it, whereas the jungle creates
a lot of oxygen.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I get what you're saying because then, like, for me specifically, if something I can like shift it towards in a way is like Avatar. For I guess the easiest way to do it because it has 4 of those 6 elements that you have in terms of fire, water, earth, and air.
Yeah. So no ice bender.
There are ice benders, but ice,
it's an aspect of water bending.
Yeah,
it's water bending.
It's combining the 2 elements.
Okay. You can make it a vapor too.
Yeah, it's the same with
metal bending.
Metal bending.
Yeah.
But metal bending is specific
Lightning.
because it's being able to see everything in a more precise form, which is why Toph is the best.
Yeah. The Gestalt.
Right. Just like in term every bending has a specific like secondary.
Yeah.
Like
Earth has 2.
Earth has 2 if you're counting diamond bending or like gem bending.
Lava bending.
That's true. That is true.
There's a mix of fire.
Doesn't fire bending have lightning as
lightning.
well?
Yeah.
But
and technically also like steam kind of because Roku did that one. Roku
that's just
so
water and fire, right?
Exactly.
With the volcanic gas, they kind of like shot the heat out.
Right.
Is there like an air and earth,
heat?
like dust or sand?
I know because air is the only one out of the other 3 elements that doesn't have a secondary. You cannot count the energy bending that Aang does because that's specific to the Avatar.
That's specifically Avatar, yeah.
Right. Which Avatar is something you should watch. I can bring that over.
Everyone's recommended it.
Avatar is a really good story.
Yeah.
In terms of like water bending, they can also control the steam. They can create
blood.
ice. Blood bending, which is super fucking OP. Yeah. And then like because they can control the water in your body.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I command you to fucking choke on yourself. Boom. Dead.
Yeah, it's like they can like literally like the episode of blood bending or something like the scariest shit in Avatar. And then
it made me pass out.
And then like you don't ever see it. It's
no,
like,
you've never passed out before.
Nah, I'm joking.
No.
Avatar.
But then there's like earth bending where they do have the metal bending, but then they also do have the lava bending, like you said, which is the combination of it.
Right.
So, but it's like those are like things that are willing to combine. And now that you talk about lava bending, it makes more sense for Bolin because I didn't fucking click to like right now.
Because his brother's a fighter.
Exactly.
And he's he's a very happy, joyful personality, very passionate. Which is what fire is. Fire's passionate energy.
That's true. Yep, you're right. Okay.
Fire's passionate energy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just like the elements are there, but they all have subsects that they can all use. Versus 6, like ice. Ice sounds like a weird one to me because it just sounds like a version of air mixed with the water, and it creates this biome. But I understand in terms of the way of how nature works. That makes sense because there are ice areas, there are jungle areas, there are hot areas, there are aqua areas, then there are earth-like areas, but then there's stone.
Stone is a desert.
And
canyon.
They could have called it dust.
And earth is underneath pretty much anything.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I had a funny thought. There's nothing to pertain to anything else we've been talking about all day, but I had a thought. What is all of your earliest memories?
I have mine.
Because I was just something. It's like I remember mine. Like obviously the earliest memory I have is like me like 3 years old crawling out of my crib.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember.
I was kind of curious for a second. I'm like, how far back does it go for everyone else?
Yeah.
I think one of my earliest memories is when I was really young. My dad calling me. And the hallway that he was like at the end of the hallway, it was really dark. I come waddling down there and he scares the shit out of me. I scream, I run away. He calls me again. And I'm a stupid fucking baby, so I'm like, oh, dad's voice equals safety. I run back to him and he scares me again. He does this like 4 or 5 times. Now I'm afraid of the dark. And he used to whenever he would tuck me into bed, he would open the door and then close it real quickly to make it seem like he walked out, but he'd be standing there, and I know he'd be standing there. And he wouldn't do this just because, I'm trying to catch him read or nothing. He'd do this to scare the shit out of me.
That's a fucking asshole.
Your dad sounds evil, bro.
I feel like I've got schizophrenia because I feel like there's shit in our fucking room that I know is not there. But anyways, the earliest memory is my dad scaring the shit out of me.
That's fair. Mine is, like those, can't even fucking think after that one. Like pool chairs that have like the plastic, kind of like, they're really old. They don't think they have them anymore. I can't really describe it.
Soft plastic wrapped around a metal frame?
In a way, yeah, but it's like strips of plastic.
Yeah.
So like you could like drip through.
Yeah.
We had one in our house, and when I was like super young, my family has a picture of it. I remembered it before they showed me the picture. It's just me standing in one of those.
Wait, standing with your feet going through it?
Yeah, no, half body. Half body.
Nice.
Yeah, I just remember doing that, and I did that a lot for no reason.
Did you get up and walk with it?
No, I couldn't move.
This boy ain't right.
He was a little kid.
Another one.
Oh, you're that little.
Another
okay.
one, which my mom caught me to this day doing, or when I was younger, when she was still alive, was whenever Mariah Carey came on the TV back in the 90s, I would sit there with my fucking mouth open like an idiot. and she caught me with that, doing that when I was like 10. She's
like, close your mouth.
You still fucking do it. And I was like...
Now she's married to Nick Cannon.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
They've been divorced for a while.
Oh!
What about you, Ryan?
Preschool. Which isn't that far, which isn't like as far back as you guys.
Preschool is pretty fucking far back. That's before
Preschool's pretty
kindergarten.
far back.
It wasn't
like
like,
5 at least.
it wasn't 3 years old or whatever.
I remember
but-
when I turned 5, I held my hand up and I'm like, whoa.
I'm 5 years old.
Whoa.
I'm this many.
Yeah, that's...
No,
Sound like a high ass man. My hand.
it was preschool. My mom was a preschool teacher
Okay.
for like a few years.
I've never heard your mom brag about this, and she brags about literally everything in her life.
Yeah,
Wait, let's say it again?
my mom was a preschool teacher, or at least was like volunteering or something for a while, because she
It'd
would
be fucked up if she was a paraeducator and you were like
autistic or
a
something.
special kid
Nice.
class.
Um,
I'm sorry. Carry on.
and
Buzzword, autistic. No,
This-
I don't.
He said it
this
first.
preschool was in a church.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
Is this the same one that thought that Donkey Kong was satanic?
that's what I'm getting to.
In a way, it is.
You know what church it was?
Was it PLU?
Your grocery outlet and Super Smashes.
Oh shit. Yeah, I
There's
know.
a church around there?
That church.
Oh,
was
that
right
church
across-
like right across the
Yes.
street.
Oh,
that church.
fuck! I worked like right next to that church.
Who?
I worked like right next to that church.
Once? Yeah.
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 A couple times.
Yeah, that church. They had a preschool thing or something like that you could go to, because my dad was working and my mom. I don't know why she was a volunteer or was a teacher there. I don't even ask her. I should ask her about it. But she was. I know because she was there in the class with me with like other kids and stuff. And yeah, so there's a TV in there, and they'd put on like kids shows and stuff because it was
It was like the Donkey Kong Country show.
yeah. It wasn't
God.
really like
Fucking like banana
Preschool?
love or whatever the
it
fuck
wasn't
that
really
was.
school. It was like daycare, basically. They did teach some stuff, but it was like colors and numbers and shit. But we were watching the Donkey Kong Country show on VHS tape.
Was it the compilation, like the movie, or was it,
It
just
was-
like the show?
I think it was the show because the show.
Which is weird because I remember the show playing when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
You said you were in preschool.
Well, I mean, it probably kept going like
No, it was only like 2 years.
Reruns. I was a little kid,
There's some
and
weird time dilation
What-
shit going on.
whatever one
Yeah.
it was they had like they were worshiping like the banana.
Yeah.
And one of the supervisors
Well,
of
that's
the
kind of what
church.
they do normally, I think.
Well, I don't know. And one of the supervisors of the church came in the room and saw that,
Satan!
and said, "This is not allowed because it is showing worship of false gods." I am not making this up.
are the same motherfuckers that tell me to watch VeggieTales. Get the fuck out of here.
VeggieTales was fucking awesome.
It's fucking trash!
And then
VeggieTales is fucking awesome.
And then it became fucking trash, and then it became fucking awesome again last year.
I love that.
I am with Satan now, kids.
I love that early 2000s Christianity scares. I love it.
Fuck VeggieTales.
So I wasn't allowed
it's
to
just
watch
so-
Donkey Kong Country, and I
It's
got
so
sad.
funny how flipped on its head now.
Or not Donkey Kong,
It
the
is
show.
now. It's just it's funny to see how everything is now. It used to be so prominent. Now it's just like people are like, hey, fuck you.
I feel like VeggieTales
Fuck you, God.
legitimately has good jokes.
VeggieTales.
It did for its time.
VeggieTales predicted kind of like MGS2,
No, it
like
didn't.
the future
No, it
of
didn't.
comedy. They said future.
It just so happened to.
They're like, what's the future?
Hold on.
It was like,
Hold on. I need
you
to
can
go
look this
back.
up online.
That's fine. I don't care. Why are you so like?
Because I've seen this post before, and it was just dumb.
It is a little dumb.
Is it dumb because
but-
you don't agree with it, or is there like a particular reason why you find it's dumb?
Because
Or-
I just don't like the people who go, this old show predicted this thing. It's like, no, it didn't. That's just my little obsession, I guess. Not obsession, but just my little hang up.
MGS is different.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's actually serious and not this whole not this little TV show about talking veggies.
Are you saying that because the tone is different, it
Makes it more reliable as a source.
Yes.
I don't know. If
I've seen comedians make a lot of jokes that actually reflect reality and the future.
That's what comedy is.
Yeah. So
Making fun of reality.
what I'm saying, what I'm going to get to is that show. One of the I don't know if it's the tomato and the cucumber. I don't know their names.
It's Bob the Tomato, Larry the Cucumber.
That's right. Yeah. Thanks.
That is 5 stars right there.
I'm offended because you did not tell the right name of this fucking vegetable.
One of them said, "In the future, comedy will be randomly generated."
I don't remember this thing, but okay.
And then they take them through like a thing,
A machine.
and then the machine pumps out like a joke, and it's just like it's like basically those fucking letter E memes, where it's
With
like
Markiplier photoshopped in the far quad.
What?
and it says just the letter E, and that's the meme, and these are things, these are memes.
About?
I'll have to show you.
It's better that you stay uneducated, honestly. It's
Or like a picture of I saw a thing on Tumblr when I used
Ignorance?
Tumblr.
ignorant. Yeah,
and it was like-
uneducated is a little rude. I didn't mean that.
And it was like someone said on Tumblr once that like their comedy for me is so ironic nowadays that just I was scrolling through furniture, I saw a picture of a couch, and I laughed.
Yeah, no, shit's like that now. Shit's like that.
And I was like, yeah, that's.
And you can't tell me, you specifically,
What?
motherfucker,
What?
that there hasn't been something in your life where no context, nothing on it, you saw something that just did not seem like correct, but it made you fucking laugh.
Yeah.
I can't
I'm
really
sure,
think of
I'm,
anything.
sure I'm sure it's
Of
happening.
course you can't, but I'm saying, like, you can't tell me that it's not impossible that it didn't happen.
Oh, it probably happened, yeah, but I know better now.
No, you don't. No, human race doesn't know shit.
I'm pretty sure we know things, alright. I think that's just your pessimism talking.
Oh, absolutely. I'm man enough to admit it.
I was gonna look up.
So
this
you're saying
thing
I'm not
today.
man enough to admit it?
Admit what?
Yeah, admit what?
Hmm?
What am I going to be admitting?
That you don't find things funny?
That's not what I'm saying.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah, that's what it is. It's
What is
It's
that?
it.
It's not
It's,
even-
it's nothing. But it
it's
make
like
people
little
laugh.
Farquaad's head photoshopped into someone's
Well,
body with
it's
Markiplier's face
just
on
some
it.
random shit
With
put
E,
together.
and it's been
Yeah.
run through like
It
it's
looks,
no longer a JPEG. It's like
It looks kind of silly. That's why it's
Like memes then, and the memes now.
it's like
It's just
it's ridiculous.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it's a little bit. Like,
It's bizarre.
It's like double ironic.
It can produce a chuckle because it's so fucking weird.
It's
Yeah.
like we've doubled down. It's like people started making shit like this to be ironic to fight back against cringy
But
rage
I feel like it's
faces.
not gonna last very
And
long.
now
Yeah.
it's doubled down to the point where people actually find this shit funny. And it's like
You watch cringe compilations.
I watch TikTok cringe compilations. Yeah, not even cringe compilations. I watch TikToks. We're all guilty. We all have guilty pleasures.
Right. But that's on the same.
I don't
page.
even laugh at them. I just watch them. I study them. I don't study them, but I
No, hold on. You said study. What do you mean by study?
that wasn't the right word for it. I don't study them. I just watch them to watch. I barely laugh at them, if any.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care if you laugh or not. But I'm saying, in the end, you do laugh at some of them.
Like once every 3 videos.
Right.
Out of
What
600.
is so particularly interesting about TikTok?
I don't know.
Because we could have been them.
So it's like
I could have been that
I still have an
person.
attachment to my high school life, and I wish it was back to a better time. And so I'm trying to fulfill my little I don't fucking know.
If
man.
I was like one brain cell like dumber, I probably would have been these people.
I imagine,
there are little fucking maggots on this app that are making millions of dollars because they do stupid dances and lip syncs. How? That makes I don't get it. It's fascinating to me. I want to learn why this is happening.
What is so special about them?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
I don't get it. There's nothing special about them. There's no fucking lights on in the fucking house. It's all dim bullshit.
That to me sounds like the.
it sounds like a hint of jealousy.
Maybe there is.
Well, I was gonna say the reason why is because of fucking chaos of the universe, fucking entropy and shit like that. Just the random nature of the universe.
It's
Some rich person saw that and wanted to support them.
I'm trying to get a grasp on shit that you can't really answer, and I don't know. It's driving me insane. I've got schizophrenia. I'm writing on the walls. I'm scratching myself. I'm seeing things I shouldn't. I don't know.
That's called hallucinations.
Schizophrenia. I'm almost there.
I'm pretty sure it's specifically voices.
I'm almost there. I'm almost at the right age. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure.
The ripe age of 22.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
How we doing, Chief?
Oh, we're good. You done?
Yeah.
All right.
The way you fucking talk sometimes.
Thanks,
Xavier.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.